John Zimmerman with Upper Creek Angler, and we're continuing our work through Steve Skuce's book, Grayling Flies. This is actually fly number 1, the Beacon Beige. I'm going to be using a, it's going to look darker than the thread that is used in the book, but when I apply a varnish on the head, it's going to darken up pretty substantially. This is a Vivas and a beige color in 8.0. And we'll just start our thread and run it all the way back to the back where we will begin our work. Clip away the waist and tie in our tailing material. Steve gives permission in the instructions to use cocktail fibers for the tail, and so I'm going to take that permission because I love the speckling on these cocktail fibers. And so we'll tie them in, and tie them in a loose wrap first so that you can gauge your length. I'm going to shorten it up a little bit. And then advance the thread up just a fuzz to give yourself a little bit of a body. One of the aspects of this fly is that it is a very thin-bodied mayfly. And I'm going to actually run my thread under these tail fibers just to lift them up just a little bit. The body on this is going to be a single peacock quill that I get from my friends over at Polish Quills. Great folks. They have a great product. If you're like me and the time in erasing or pulling off quill fibers is just not on your to-do list anymore. To really help with the overall durability of this, I'm going to apply the thinnest coat of super glue to the top of the thread body there, and then we're going to work on bringing this forward. Can be a little dicey when you're working right around the point of the hook, so just be careful not to overly clip that hook point. You could break your quill. Going slow and steady wins the race on quill work. The good thing about varnishing that just a little bit with some super glue is that even if I were to lose it along the way, it would still be lashed down pretty firmly to the thread because the super glue sets it quite quick. Okay, we're gonna work back and not work over too much of the quill, but enough to tie in our hackling on this. We're going to use both a red and a grizzly hackle for this. Do not get aggressive with your hackling on this fly. Remember, you're using 2 pieces of hackle here. So getting overly aggressive with either one could lead to a very unnaturally hackled fly. So I'm gonna take about 3 passes with each one. And I tied my grizzly in a little bit shorter than the red. Wrap those back just a fuzz. And there we have it, the Beacon Beige. Reach in and tighten a whip finish. Whenever you're doing this, make sure that you pull these hackles back so that they do not get trapped in your whip finish work. And then with just a very light hand with some varnish that you have mostly removed off the brush, pull your feathers back and just touch up these threads. Fly number 1 from Steve Skuce's book, Grayling Flies, the Beacon Beige.